Welcome back once again to another exciting episode of CTI 120. Some people had questions about some of the Chapter 2 assignments, so I was going to make a short video for you guys to kind of show you how this thing goes. Alright, so I'm guessing by now everybody's familiar with going into the cybersecurity section of the class. And we're going to be looking at Unit 2 today. And alright, so what I want to do, I want to skip straight to the lab. So I'm going to click on this course index, and then I'm going to click on lab index. This way I don't have to, go all the way through everything. I can just skip straight ahead. Okay, so lab 2524, install a virtual machine on a personal computer. Okay, this one is going to take you a few minutes from home. I don't know, it may be faster for you guys at home than it was here. So if you take a look at this lab, it says we're supposed to install a virtual machine using Oracle's VirtualBox. And I already have VirtualBox installed on this computer here. But if you don't already have it installed, then go to Oracle's website and download VirtualBox and install it. It runs on any PC compatible, so on a laptop it shouldn't be a problem. I think there's also a Macintosh version in case any of y'all are using MacBooks. Okay, what you're going to do is also download the virtual machine. Now the virtual machine image file is pretty darn big. It's this thing right here, cse_labvm.ova. And once you click on this thing, the download's going to take a few minutes because it's 2.5 gigabytes. So it's a pretty big file. So I'm not going to click on that right this minute because I've already downloaded it. Okay, and I've also got VirtualBox already running. And so this is basically just, this lab is just going to say, take a look at the virtual machine, see what it can do. What's the IP address? So when you open the terminal and you type in IP address, it's going to tell you the IP address that's associated with your virtual machine. It's not going to be the same as the IP address for your physical NIC. And so just answer these questions, and this is going to be your what you turn in. And all you need to do, you don't necessarily have to turn in this entire document. You can if you want to. What I would do is just copy this document, or at the very least just this last page. Highlight this, and whoops, highlight it. Well, it's not. Oh, okay, I see what's up. It's because I'm inside this video window. It's not going to let me do it. But just highlight this and copy it and put it into a Microsoft Word document, or you can just type your answers directly into the text box in Canvas. I was about to say Blackboard, but it's not Blackboard anymore. Okay, good deal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up Oracle's VirtualBox, which hopefully is going to pop into this window. Here it goes. All right, now my Oracle VirtualBox, I've got a lot of other stuff in it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to import a machine. Import appliance. Okay, I'm going to look for the file, and somewhere on my computer this is my home computer, so it's got a lot of stuff on here that's not necessarily work related. There the thing is. I knew it was around here somewhere. Okay, I'm just going to take the defaults because for this particular VirtualBox, that's all I need. As you can see, I've also been playing with some virtual Mac OS implementations. Okay, so once I've got this thing imported, then I'm going to click on Start. I'm going to start this machine. And after a few minutes, I've got a pretty good computer. I mean, it's not like super fast, but it works pretty well. Okay, so what you're going to be doing for the most part is going down here to the terminal application. Double click on that. That's going to bring up your window. Okay, and if y'all would bear with me just a moment, I'm going to close some of this stuff out, and then I'm going to pick up with the next laboratory or the next activity. So for this lab, we've got authentication, authorization, and accounting. And basically what this is trying to do is get you used to using some of the commands in Linux. This is Ubuntu Linux. And it's going to ask you to open up a window. You're going to use super user do su, and that's going to ask you for a password, and they've supplied that. They said user ID Cisco, password password. Something I did want to show you all was, okay, password. Okay, and then if you're looking at the instructions, you're going to just just follow the instructions. You're going to add a HR group, okay, and then you're going to take a look at that group. There it is. Add users. You're going to add Jenny with a password of LA Social. You're going to add Joe with a password of Tooth. I don't know why. I just follow the instructions. But eventually what you're going to do, you're going to get down through here, and it's going to have you, try to go in. You're going to modify the permissions for Joe, and then try to go in as Jenny, and it should, like, if you've got permission to access his files, then you won't have a problem. Otherwise, you're going to get a message that says permissions denied. Now then, this thing here where it's talking about using the Control-Alt F1 to bring up another terminal, that may or may not work. On some computers it works just fine. On some computers it doesn't. So if you type in Control-Alt F1 and it doesn't allow you to log in, then what you can do is do Control-Alt F7. Let me show you how that works. Okay, so if I do Control-Alt F1, okay, that brings me up a terminal. Okay, and I'm going to try to log in with Cisco and password. Okay, so on this computer it works, no problem. But if you run into an issue, like if you try to type in Cisco and password and you can't get it to work, then do the Control-Alt F7. Okay, and what that'll do is it'll bring you back here, and you can just take this window that you had before and just move it off to the side, and then double click on terminal. Okay, and you can bring up another terminal session. Okay, so that's a way that you can get around if you have a problem using Control-Alt F1, then you can still proceed using this. Also, your prompt. See here where it says Cisco at LABVM? That's going to be a little different than what it says in the instructions. It says Cisco at Ubuntu. This is just because whenever they made the lab, they had the name of their machine was Ubuntu. The name of our machine is LabVM. Okay, I've done this lab several times and it works. There's no other problems here except for opening up the virtual terminals. And like I said, if you have a problem opening the virtual terminals, then you can get around that by doing Control-Alt F7 and then just double click and open up another terminal. And other than that, the rest of this stuff works out just fine. Let's see. I wanted to go down through here to the very last thing. Okay, because you'll notice that when you get to the end, there's not any kind of reflection questions or anything like that. So what I want you guys to do is whenever you get down to the end and you've done these commands, let's see, cd home, cd, okay, and so I can't remember, but whenever you get to the last window and you've got this kind of thing here, it's going to look similar to this, but except for slightly different. You're going to go and just open up, in order to turn something in, since there's not any questions to answer on this lab, if you would, just open up the snipping tool, new, and then just cut this last page. Okay, just snip that, save it, screenshot. We'll just call it screenshot. Put it in my pictures directory. Okay, and then just upload that, and that'll be your turn in. And if I see that you've got if you've gone all the way through the exercise and the last window that you see, if it looks correct, then I'll know that you did everything else like you were supposed to. There's no need to screenshot this entire lab, in other words. That would be a bit much. Okay, so just show me that final screenshot, and that'll be good. Okay, so hopefully y'all don't have any trouble, and as always, if you do have any problems, email me and I'll try to get you some better help. All right, so thanks very much and good luck with these labs, and I'll talk to you later.